The year was 1998, and I'd recently moved to San Francisco. My friend Trina and I were sitting on the floor of her studio apartment, feeling a little lost. Finally living in our dream city, so why weren't we happy? Some soul searching and a bottle of wine later, we'd come to a decision. Each of us committed to doing something in our free time we thought would bring us joy. For her, it was learning how to sail. For me, it was starting a book club. Raise your hand if you've ever started a hobby and maintained it for 5 years. Keep your hand up if you were still doing it 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later. I'm not good at maintaining my hobbies. I buy scrapbooks and I never put them together. I've started and stopped learning French at least 6 times. And yet somehow I've managed to keep a book club going for 24 years. My mom taught me to love books. We'd go to the library each week and I'd check out the maximum allowed. When I was in the 6th grade, I read more books in reading than all the other students combined. This made me really popular and I had lots of friends. College derailed my reading habits. By the time I'd moved to San Francisco, I couldn't remember the last time I'd read a book for pleasure. What better way to start reading again than by gathering a group of like-minded people? In the US, more than 5 million people are part of a book club. Celebrity book clubs are promoted by actors, comedians, and screenwriters. But in 1998, there was only one celebrity book club, and that was Oprah's. Oprah started her book club in 1996, and it's still going strong. She recently selected their 94th book. When I started my book club, I had a handful of friends in San Francisco. Trina decided to join, and she recruited a few of her coworkers. Our first book, it was Catcher in the Rye. I don't remember our second book, or our third book, or our fourth book. We didn't keep track of our selections back then. It didn't matter. What mattered was I was reading again. What mattered was I'd found other people who enjoyed reading and talking about books as much as I did. What mattered is that together we'd found community. Membership varied. My ex's coworker who joined to meet girls, but then liked talking about books. My brother's best friend's wife. The friend of a friend of a friend I met at a bachelorette party in LA. The new guy at work. My friend who always picks books about animals. We lost members for months at a time after they had kids. Dedicated readers left when a job took them to another city, and people who rarely finished the book drifted away. So why has book club lasted? I think it's because I love it. I love the books, I love the discussions, I love that people are changed by the discussions, and that we as readers can be changed by the books and by each other. One of the 2 newest members of book club recently celebrated her 10th year with the group. Thanks to her and a few others, we documented the books we remember from the last 24 years. We've had more than 160 incredible discussions. There are many variations on the phrase, the journey is more important than the destination. And yet, our society is so focused on accomplishments and impressing people that sometimes it feels like even a hobby needs to be seen as cool or productive in order to get started. But what if we let go of societal pressure and social media? What if we turn inward, maybe with a friend over a bottle of wine, and brainstorm things that might bring more joy to our lives? I didn't start the book club because Oprah had one, or because I thought it would make me look smart, or because the cool kids were doing it. To be clear, the cool kids were not doing it. I did it because I wanted to spend my free time doing something that brought me joy. What can you start doing tomorrow, just for the joy it brings you, that might end up setting the stage for what you're going to be doing for the next 20 or more years of your life? About 8 years ago, at a friend's going away party, I had a fascinating discussion about Russian science fiction with one of the attendees. She mentioned she wanted to join a book club. My book club was in a state of equilibrium, so it wasn't a good time to add a new member. But I liked this woman, and I recognized a fellow bookworm when I saw one. I suggested we start a science fiction specific book club. She agreed. 8 years later, 60 discussions later, I'm still really excited when it's my turn to pick the next book. Thank you.
Hey there, thanks for watching. I'm Brady.
And I'm Firein, and we're the people behind Ignite Talks HQ.
The speaker you just watched was in a race against time.
Every Ignite Talk is 20 slides, and the slides change every 15 seconds, whether you're ready or not, so you gotta keep up.
It's out of control. Could you do this?
We think so. Follow us in the usual places to learn more about how you could give a talk.
And don't forget to subscribe for more speedy talks.